It's almost the deadline on our final video, but Elle and Amy is so fucked up, so I can only take the video by myself. This is the peer teaching for reality practicing on the course Intermediate Grammar, and our professor is Joyce Zhou, a wonderful teacher who teaches us with patience and trusts us can prove ourselves. But it is so hard to prove our pursuits alone. I need a helper. Who was it? Who was it? Where are you?
Would you mind? I close the window. It is really cold outside.
It's fine if you want.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm okay.
Tell me your name. Who are you?
My name is Amy.
Amy is my team member, not you, not a ghost.
Don't worry. I want to give you help.
Why are you laughing at?
Because I see the function. My bad. Let's continue, okay? I close it. Okay.
Thank you.
Today, I want to teach you the active voice and the passive voice and help you finish the video, okay?
Oh, okay.
If you don't mind, let's continue. First of all, I want to talk about the different meaning between active voice and passive voice. The small plane was brought to a stop by the novice pilot who was being instructed by an experienced friend. And the active about person is subject and is are being and object. For example, Bruce is planning a trip to Lowell this summer. The passive is subject and is are being pp by object. For example, in many colleges and universities, a course in critical thinking is being offered. And the future about the active is as well be, being, and object. But you have to remember, there is no tense of the passive voice about the future tense. Do you get it?
Yes, I got it.
Oh, and now I can teach you the perfect tense. Would you mind I use the no more voice?
It's fine if you want.
It's really tired to be so scary, okay?
Okay, not anything like that.
Okay. Woo. The perfect tense. You can see. It also has three types: the past, the present, and the future. Woo. Okay. The past is subject, had, VED, and object. For example, some had already reserved the conference room. And the passive is subject, had, been, PP by object. Although the cottage fort had recently been repaired by Luke, it was damaged again by last week's nor'easter. And the present is about active, subject, have, has, PP, and object. The students has invited us to dinner on Sunday. And the passive is subject, has, have, been, PP by object. For example, we have been told that Professor Horner's analysis of Angel's poetry always occupies at least 5 class periods. This is the passive. Next one. Would you mind I let my hair don't put my face? Okay?
It's fine.
It's getting a little hard. Okay. You're Amy. Hi. Next one. Surprise. Next one. The present tense, the future. The active is subject, well, have, PP, and object. For example, he will have made the choice by noon. And what about the passive? Subject, sure, well, have been PP by object. For example, the choice will have been made by him by noon. So do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, next one. Now we want to talk about some special tense. The tense with the auxiliary verb. The active is subject, auxiliary verb, and object. For example, you should finish your homework. And what about the passive way? Subject, auxiliary verb, be, PP by object. For example, your homework should be finished by you. And it's really weird when we talk about the active and passive. You can find if you